A judge ruled today that based on the evidence he heard, a Frisco murder case should go to a grand jury. Pallavi Dewan is charged with murder after police found her son Arnav dead in the family's bathtub, surrounded by melted bags of ice. During today's hearing, though, prosecutors revealed new evidence about what the mother was doing just before police found her son's body. Those movements, so far, unexplained. Fox 4's Zahid Arab was in court today and has the details. Zahid.
Well, Steve, Dewan's attorney is disappointed but also optimistic. He thinks the state's argument that Dewan nodded her head when officers asked if she killed her son is weak because there's no proof. Even though the defense claims it was a cultural tradition to keep the body, prosecutors detailed suspicious behavior like never calling 911 or her husband when her son died.
Pallavi Dewan and her attorney enter a Collin County courtroom as a Frisco detective gives new insight about the days before and after the death of her 10-year-old son Arnav. On January 24th, GPS from Pallavi's car reveals she picked up her son after school. They ate dinner and went to a Toys R Us where surveillance showed Arnav played video games. Police believe the child, who appeared normal and healthy at the time, died that night or early the next morning. But it wasn't until January 29th that police were called to the Dewan home. On that day at 3 p.m., Sumit Dewan landed at DFW returning from India. At 4 p.m., he got back home asking Pallavi where their son was. She told Sumit she would go pick him up, then left. At 4:51 p.m., police say she spent $300 on a gift card at a Tom Thumb. Then at 5:35, more than an hour and a half later, Pallavi pays cash for a nearby hotel room. Police say surveillance shows she stayed there for 22 minutes, then went back home, where two officers were waiting. Pallavi and Sumit started arguing in Hindi, and Sumit eventually pointed towards the bedroom. A detective testified officers kicked open a locked bathroom and found Arnav dead in the bathtub. He was fully clothed and surrounded by melted bags of ice and Hot Wheel cars.
Their entire case boils down to allegedly a police officer asking my client, "Did you kill him?" and her allegedly nodding her head.
But the detective admits both officers forgot to turn on their body cameras to capture that communication.
They hadn't turned it on. How convenient. I don't buy that for a minute.
With no physical proof and the autopsy coming back inconclusive, the defense is confident a grand jury won't indict Pallavi Dewan.
If she did this, which she didn't, but if she did, she's probably the smartest criminal on the face of the earth because she did so without leaving one shred of evidence.
Now, the DA also focused on Dewan's depressed state, saying her husband thought she was suicidal and that he tried to get her help, but she refused. The defense says her son was special needs and that with her husband traveling most of the month, taking care of the son was tough on her, but she wasn't depressed or suicidal. Now, I just got off the phone with David Finn. He tells me Pallavi actually went to the hotel to kill time, but wouldn't offer any further details. Steve?
Okay, Zahid in our Dallas newsroom. Thanks for the update on that story.